So we are here in the final round of Group C, okay? And Jordan is confirmed to be second place. Kingston is confirmed to be relegated. The only thing that could change if Kingston wins 3-0 in this play all three is he will be in 5th place, not 6th place. But he's still relegated. So ultimately, these guys are playing some games for $40 a win. And obviously to pad their stats on their standings. Jordan's gone for the Malay. There is some water on this map. And I've seen players try fish traps before. So, I mean, $40 is $40. But I wonder if maybe Jordan... He's maybe thinking, let's try something different here. Is there a world where he maybe tries fish traps? Kingston's gone for a more standard pick. Hindustanis seem to be good on every single map. We've seen them here. We've seen them on Arena. We've seen them basically everywhere. So, yeah, I'm thinking just standard scout approach here for Kingston. But, yeah, going to be more of a relaxed cast. Again, there's no real crazy stakes on this one. In some of the other groups, there's massive stakes that we'll be talking about. But in Group C, after Ganji just beat Kingston the round before this, we pretty much know how everything lines up. John says you are still a child. What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean? I mean, within full context, you're probably saying, yeah, you're still young. You don't need to rush to get married. Yeah, we are in no rush. Our life does not change if we, if I call her my wife versus, fiance. I suppose, like, technically speaking, like, benefits and, taxes and all that crap changes a little bit. But, like, our day-to-day, the way we live our lives is just going to be the same. So we're both super busy. She's in grad school, and she's doing her thing. And so, yeah, I pretty much, as I'm really excited to see if Jordan's going to go for a doc, that I'm in no rush, and neither is she. And when we're maybe less busy and things are less crazy, we'll make it happen. Make sure it's a good time. So... Okay. This is going to be a dock or a mill, Jordan? You went 5 on wood. It's going to be a mill. Mill just makes so much more sense. It just makes so much more sense. Malay do advance faster to the next stage. Malay might suit Jordan's play style with playing into archers. He can play into cav as well, but he is pretty good feudal age archer play. And... it's just not a pick that I would have expected here if this was a high-stakes situation for Jordan. I do think that they can actually be half decent. Come to think of it, guys, it was this matchup in Silver League back in December. I'm not sure if you guys remember the players. I'll see it. I'm going to wait and see if somebody says it because I'm kind of curious if you remember it as well. But it was on Serengeti. Remember, it would have been Season 1's map pool for Silver League. And neither player ended up qualifying. This is the hint into Gold League. Yeah, somebody got it. It was, Survivalist versus Tamate. What was one of the better sets from Silver League, actually, with Tamate ended up coming back and winning 2-1. Silver League was super cool, man. It's hard to believe, guys. It will have been 2 straight months of Titans League when we're all said and done. Because... Again, you had silver in December, January all the way through mid-February. There's gold and platinum. I've had a really good time. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Tomorrow will be a day off from it. We then have 5 sets on Sunday. So an even longer day than this one probably. But that'll close out all the groups. And then Monday, Tuesday, we will have our gold deciders. So the players who are first place in each group in gold, they automatically get promoted to platinum for the next season. But the second and third place players, they play and fight off for the chances to come to platinum. So we'll have Monday will be 2 best of 5s. Tuesday will be 2 best of 5s. Wednesday will be the round of 12 for platinum. So all the 2s and 3s from Platinum League. That will be 4 best of 5s. So that could be a super long day. Thursday will be 2 best of 5s. The quarterfinals. Friday, 2 best of 5s, quarterfinals. Saturday will be the semifinals, and then Sunday will be the final. So it's just going to be a lot of action, and obviously we'll get all that stuff up on YouTube later. Nilly Song will be a nail biter on Sunday. Yeah, it will be, for sure. I won't be able to cover that, obviously, because of all the Platinum League sets that are going to be so important. But you got some cool stuff going on in Gold League. Oh, there's a dock for Jordan. There's a dock for Jordan. It looks like he wants to go walls and spear defense into fishing ships and fish traps. But let's think about the cost, right? You had the fishing ship. Well, no, you had the dock, 150 wood. Fishing ship, 75 wood. And Jordan could lose a villager here if he's not careful. Ooh! Quick walls needed. And Jordan gets it pretty easily, actually. And, oh, wait, never mind. Now he'll just bring the spearman. It's fine. But yeah, it's just a heavy investment. Actually, I think Jordan wants to loop around and make sure the scout can't leave. And Kingston's going to be trapped in here. Did Kingston see this? Kingston didn't see it, but okay, I saw Malay, and I expected it. What do you think he's going to look for? Yup. Oh, oh my God. You have to guard the fish trap from the scout now. Oh my God, that's funny. So yeah, technically, you're going to get more eco units if you're Jordan. But it takes a long time to pay off. Jordan even repaired the fish trap. Okay, so Kingston knows. So I think what you should do if you know in Kingston's position, as he's sending villagers forward. I was going to say, I think what you should do in this situation is you should just go to Castle Age and then pressure fast in Castle Age. He seems to feel the need to maybe tower and pressure, knowing that these fishing ships and fish traps are going to pay off. I just like... Is it really even paying it off? I don't really know if it is. Certainly not now. Maybe in 5 to 10 minutes. That's where it looks strong. If there were more shorefish, at least your fishing ships would be collecting resources as you're waiting to then add the fish traps. But Malay Fish Traps, it's not infinite food anymore, but they've got like over 2,000 food. So that's enough to make a big difference in the game. And Kingston's scouts here have to be careful. Villagers are still running across the map. And that's a long way to run if you're Kingston. And it's a rough feeling here too, because you feel a little bit flexed on, don't you? You know you're relegated. Jordan's the bigger name. Jordan's in second place. And now Jordan's trying this. It's not a disrespect move from Jordan per se. But I could tell you that I would always prefer to just be smashed in standard play than have someone do this to me. It would leave a slight sour taste in my mouth. Again, not that there's anything wrong with Jordan trying a new strat, but if you want to lose, you want to lose with a normal strategy. You won't even feel that good about your win because you might look at this and say, well, that strategy's not even good. Great, I got to win. The strat's not even good. But maybe it is good. I don't know. Like, it could pay off. Jordan's got 38 eco versus Kingston's 29. Here's that tower now. And so Jordan immediately just going to go for a counter tower. It's kind of interesting, actually, that the tower here is going to be able to hit the fishing ship. And Jordan adding a stone wall there. There's also archer pressure coming. I say archer because he hasn't been on gold here, Kingston, so he's not going to be able to make much more than that. And a lot of times what you see from someone in Jordan's position is you see deleting of the wall and you send like 2 villagers underneath here. But yeah, Jordan lost the fishing ship. And his buried villagers have to be a little cautious here. Jordan now scouting Kingston's base to see what Kingston's up to. But, you know, Kingston does delay his castle time by having gone forward like this. And yeah, Jordan trying what we had just said, only he didn't delete the walls. Now he deletes the walls, and then he re-walls it. And then he's going to try and hop back in his tower. Nice work from Jordan there, because Kingston tried to focus him. And a sloppy game so far. Jordan's still adding fishing ships. Look at this, guys. Adding fishing ships, adding fish traps. Will it work? I think the chances of it working have certainly gone up since Kingston's Castle Age will be delayed compared to your normal type of play. And also, I'll say this. The other aspect that can make this interesting against, or in this situation, is that Hindustanis can't make knights. So that could be part of it for Kingston. Because normally, against this type of play, you rush to Castle Age, you go Knight Siege, and you all in. It's almost like the Cumans going for the 2TC boom, if you've seen that on land. But if you don't get Knights, it's not as effective a raiding tool to have camels. So that could be part of his thinking here. But he is going to make a tower here, forcing Jordan to have 5 villagers idle inside the tower to shoot this back. Jordan, though, has been on stone. He's been on gold. He's fine. Still just playing damage control. Still just relying on fish traps. Not even a single farm for Jordan. This is crazy, man. This is so bold. T90, will we see full elephants? I mean, you'll have the food eco. Elephants are cheap with Malay. It could be the classic Legend of the Liar strategy here from Jordan. Seriously. I would say Jordan's not the type of guy to go full elephants, but if there was ever a game where that would happen, it would be the game where he's gone crazy fish traps. Let's look at food collected. Okay. Does this not tell you everything about the strat? Now, the wood collected will eventually lead to food collected because of the investment, but like, holy cow, man. He still hasn't collected more food. It's just, he will actually, it's a bit weird, man. He'll actually save a lot of wood in the long run because farms reseed. So then I don't even know what you do with the extra wood. But yeah, tower v tower here. Kingston's up. He has lost a villager. But still looking to pressure. And oh my god, he's in with 2 scouts. How did that even happen? I guess... Oh, that's weird. Oh, interesting. Okay, so he ran right across that piece. Jordan didn't expect that either. And now look at Kingston's point of view. Jordan's like, don't look at it. Jordan doesn't want to lose his fish traps right now. Oh, it's a trap! Oh, wait. It's a fish trap and it's a scout trap all in one. Jordan with the plays. Holy crap, man. I mean, good job. You just trapped your own villager. But it looked really cool. Everything looked really cool. I mean, it's better than the scouts running around, so that's fine. You do also have like 16 idle villagers, so that's relatable. And now over here, you're losing all these villagers because you forgot the gather point was set forward. All right, so, you know, you see the trap on one side, and then you're like, boom, styled you. And then you look back at the rest of your eco, and that happened, and you're like, oh, whoops. So, okay. That's why editors exist, okay? That's why you can clip those things out. What's the play here? Is there still a villager here? Yeah, still a couple of villagers. Feels like this is the attack avenue for Kingston. And I don't know, like maybe he just adds a second TC and booms, but I think you would normally want to pressure here with Siege and with a stable unit. Okay, you ready? Food collected. Jordan's catching up with resources collected. The food is almost there. Okay, so let's do the math, though. He's got 11 fish traps. That's times 2,000. That's a lot of food. He won't ever need to seed a single farm. There's no need for that. Jordan going 2 stables. Let's go. Go for the elephants. Elephants, I think it makes sense here. You have the food income. They're very cheap with the Malay. And by the way, the Legend of the Liar is playing. For those that ever saw that episode and are excited to see more from him, he's not doing any lying as far as I'm aware, but he does play the game. He took a long break. I keep an eye on my liars. Well, you know, my legends, let's put it that way. Lots of idle time for Jordan. Lots of annoying defense here. Thinking outside the box with 14 fishing ships. We have seen attempts in Gold League from a player named Samaro to try and do something like this. So credit to him for the idea. I never got to see him get away with it. He lost to Fire trying it once, and he lost to Dragonstar, I think. Here come the elephants. Now, if you just clear up the towers, and Kingston might expect this because he sees just one stable, so he's going to try and add monks now. But if you just clean up those towers, suddenly you're able to breathe, you're able to move out, and you can take the other pods. The Liar's elo is about 1,400. Yeah, it's about the same elo as he was in the past. All right, it's chonker time, baby. Definitely need some monks involved if there's chonkers. Jordan even getting gill nets now, so the fishing will be a bit faster. And Kingston's going to go in here with the camel. The camels don't actually have that much line of sight. He's got a lot of archers, too. Yeah, you absolutely should go in here. Now he's going to see the elephants. So let's see how these elephants fare. I feel like it's more than worth it to just snipe the fish traps. Just send a message that you feel flexed on. Yeah. Just kill the fish traps. Like, dude, get out of here. Don't do this crap to me. Very well played here from Kingston. That hurts Jordan a bit. He falls back with his archers now. Might need to delete the camel. There he goes. He's got a monk ready. That villager he had a death wish. And Kingston's going to hop back in his towers with some of the archers, and he's going to convert some elephants. So he's doing what he can. And Kingston's on 2 TCs, producing villagers out of them. And it's 50 eco versus 55. It's 51 villagers versus 40, but Jordan has 15 fishing ships and counting right now. I'm just not really sure if he's going to be able to breathe ever. But I guess he doesn't really need to. He's going to add more on this side. There's the TC. It's been an interesting game, guys. And the strategy work. Camel has a bonus damage against the fishing ships. I'm not too sure. That monk needs to survive. Great work from Kingston. Guys, Kingston is playing so well against this. Like, Jordan is executing it very well. And then Kingston has done a lot of damage to counter it. It's actually the perfect game. And it has high YouTube written all over it. I mean, for Kingston, you win this game, even if you feel a little disrespected. $40 is $40, right? So, the monks were the perfect addition. He's also converting. Well, one of them's the full HP one, and boom. And then watch this. Whoop! Right back into the tower. Jordan actually is going to try and bring the elephants back to his side, but he can't get too close to the towers because Kingston will kill the monks. That's Kingston focusing that. They would have usually aggroed the elephants there, and he killed one. Now there's another monk, and what this is doing is it's buying Kingston time to get the economy rolling and to take map control elsewhere. And I think this is looking pretty good for Kingston. Lower elo players, mid elo players, they don't have the time, they don't use the monks, they're just not used to having to use them. Higher elo players get value from the monks all the time. And Kingston out to convert. Whoop! Not going to work. Back in the tower. Kingston out to convert. Okay, let's see. Whoop! Back into the tower. Kingston out to convert. Let's see. Nope, third time. Whoop! Out and back into the tower. And then this monk's like, I want to get in the tower. And you don't need it. You're okay, dude. Kingston now out of the tower again. Get a conversion. And Jordan deletes the elephants. That's sick. That's sick, man. Are you kidding me? That whole play was insane. 99.9% of people who have ever played this game lose all those monks there. And they just make more of them. Jordan. He also, you know, it's so much work. Because you have to... you have to focus on adding the fish traps and placing them, which is so much more difficult. And Jordan's like... Jordan's like, for this strat to work, I have to castle my fish traps. Because if he loses all these, he's completely dead. Did Kingston see that? Kingston saw the castle foundation. Honestly, I think the castle goes up. Jordan added a galley here too. I mean, the fact that Jordan has a castle here is going to keep his fish traps alive, which means that the strat is still intact, guys. And he's expanding to more pawns. The man's committed. He's committed. Well, let's look at resources collected now. Okay, there we go. 600 more food. Worth it. Definitely worth it. You obviously have no map control either. You have no ability to counterattack. There is actually a stable here, so Jordan's going to maybe toss some elephants into his opponent's economy. But honestly, now if you're Kingston, I think the one thing you need to do a better job of is you need to scout the side. He's starting to make outposts for vision, but this is an exposed area for Jordan that he shouldn't be able to take resources in. And I think if you just deal with that, Jordan should die to this. Again, against a very good aggression from Kingston. And Jordan, a little sloppy in the defense. But, I mean, he knows he's exposed now, so he's going to drop a tower here. Why did Jordan go full disrespect this game? Again, you could look at it different ways. I don't think, especially because it's coming from Jordan, I don't think that it's necessarily, it's not disrespect, right? But he's having some fun, right? He's having some fun. It is a tournament, but he's second place regardless. Kingston's relegated regardless. What better time to experiment? And, you know, if you think about the result of this, if Kingston ends up getting the win and continues this crazy aggression, it's $40 in Kingston's pocket. Kingston hasn't had as many wins here. It's a beneficial result for him. But yeah, obviously Jordan would never do this if the stakes were high for this game. It's more of a ranked game, crazy strategy. But it's coming from Jordan. Jordan doesn't do this too much. Yeah, maybe 20% disrespect seems reasonable. But, I mean, Kingston, he's played it well, as we've stated many times already. And I think Kingston should be able to win this game. He's dropping stables now. I honestly would just like to see Lightcav. Lightcav and Monks. Lightcav just a raid. I guess there's not, like, farming eco to raid, which is kind of weird. You actually need to somehow take out the docks, which is funny to me. But he just took out this tower. Still continues to convert elephants. And Jordan still adding galleys to these docks. And running out of hope. Running out of dreams to make this happen. Oh my god! So you're saying there's a chance? I meant to pick Magyard, Legend of the Liar Elephant Rush from Jordan. Holy crap. He killed a bunch of vills over here. Well, he didn't kill that many, I guess. It says Eco KD 6 to 15. But talk about a surprise. Like, the elephant will beat a camel in a 1v1. And now what this does is it distracts Kingston. So the Kingston's got to look back here, and Kingston can't pressure anywhere else. Also, what on earth is this lady doing? She's just blending in with the boxes there? Is she window shopping? This is doing some insane damage. If Jordan can just use his speed to maybe add more fishing ships and add more fish traps, maybe his food eco climbs. Jordan now running to the middle, but oh god, if you see this, you get very frightened. No. I don't know about this, Jordan. No, that's an abort. Abort. Pikeman is needed. The pikeman makes more than enough sense here. And that did damage. And is continuing to do damage to Kingston. But Kingston was focused here. And Kingston can do damage to Jordan. And he can protect himself in the middle. With a castle there next to that gold. And this is always a really important area on this map. Having this middle area because of the golden stone. Man, Jordan's counter raid was sick, though. Without the counter raid, I think this game would absolutely have been over for a while now. But look at the amount of idle eco time for Jordan. Over 3 hours. Worker efficiency last minute's been 40% because of all the eco moving. Oh, God! You know, it's a really sad situation economically for Jordan's people. They used to use villagers for food in this economy. But then they just replace it all with fishing economy. And unfortunately, people lost a lot of their jobs, you know, and people really began to struggle. And now they lived in that town their whole lives, generations of people. And now they've had to move to a different city to find work. And they just all are working on the same wood line. And it's such a rough existence for these guys. It's really a sad tale. And it's a shame that Jordan didn't think about that, you know? Think about the people and their families. It's such a funny game, man. But yeah, the counter raids won't work anymore. And now these people are getting harassed by the neighboring village. So that's great. So much for finding jobs over here. Jordan's population says he's got a slight chance here. He's also making Karambit Warriors, which at least on paper is a good... Just more random elephants wandering the map. I think Karambit Warrior is actually a really good unit against everything that is being made from the Hindustanis, right? Like pikemen and camel. Karambit Warriors should actually be very strong. Jordan killing some pikemen and some monks here. I don't know if Jordan's economy is good enough, and I don't know if he can get a second castle up. I'm concerned for him that he's just going to be overrun on land. And while Kingston's distracted because of Jordan being in so many different spots, Jordan himself is in so many different spots that he doesn't even notice this. And it's messy, but Kingston's still putting out the fires here in the middle of the map. And Jordan, 95 kills. It's just 90, about 100 kills now for Kingston, so the KD's close. That's still something else. If the water was bigger, I think there would have been a better chance of this working, right? Like, if these ponds were twice the size and Jordan could just use one dock, instead of having to expand to, like, 6 different docks, I think there would have been more of a chance for this strategy. We might even see these camels just take out this TC. There's not actually many villagers here. And Hindustani stable units take out buildings really fast. So he notices that. He just takes out the TC. He doesn't even need armor. But it doesn't seem like he's really picked up on that small detail there. Jordan's farming, which is just... Yeah, Jordan farming is disgusting. I agree with you. That's cheating. He's broken the rules. But no, he needed it. And I think he needed it a little bit earlier, too. And he would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for those freaking camels. Jordan on stone, desperate for another castle. Kingston's been keeping an eye on that all game. He's got great vision on this map, raiding all the time. Really has shown how good he is in open maps. Kingston chose a lot of close maps in Titans League, which surprised me. He's really good on open maps. And now Kingston finds his way onto Imp. Now, Jordan, you have two choices. First choice is to continue to play this out for another 10 to 15 minutes and completely ruin the conclusion of this if I want to make a video. Or you could recognize the writings on the wall and you could tap out soon, and then, you know, there's not going to be people getting annoyed or frustrated and thinking, okay, this is over, this is not entertaining. Or you could drop a castle and it could deny Kingston's castle and it makes things extra spicy, and you could have a bugged fish trap, apparently, because look at that. The fishing trap. Oh, God, he must be. Oh, geez. I don't know where the bugged fish trap is. It's a fishing ship trying to work on a fish trap that's causing that. And it was actually that fishing ship right there. I'm not sure exactly the reasoning there, but yeah, castle denied. Okay. And Kingston will be an imp in 90 seconds. We're going to see another castle. It's going to be from Kingston. He'll maybe complete this one later on. And Jordan, he has no way of defending this, really. Still can't take his stone. 60 on food for the Mexican. The guy's got 17 camels. And he can make as much as he really needs to here. He can make whatever he wants. It doesn't really matter. Jordan's petarding down this castle. Yes. Villagers dying. TC will go down. Jordan will call the GG in 30 seconds. But it was a fun game. It was a fun game. Kingston, I think it's fair to say that he deserved some wins from some of the other sets. He was just so close and wasn't able to get as many as he wanted. He'll be happy that he's been able to get one here. He will also be very relieved that he didn't lose this game. And that's the thing about these types of strats. I've said this before. I've been on the other end of this so much. Anytime I play anyone that's in the top 10, they don't play serious. Well, not anytime, but the majority of the time. Like MBL, for example, trolls against me every single game. Because if I play serious and win, then that's a victory for me and a loss for him. But if the weaker player trolls a little bit and goes for something funky and they lose, you say, well, you know, he was trolling, right? He didn't actually lose the game. I think there's actually, like, with how well Jordan hung on here, and, you know, aside from everything else, I actually think there's a chance Jordan gets away with this. If he doesn't lose the amount of villagers that he did with that quick wall attempt. He went for a crazy trap, right? So crazy trap. And as he did that, 6 villagers died over here. And I forget what else happened. I thought he had lost villagers elsewhere. But I remember he ended up losing 12 economy in feudal. And I felt like some of that was a little wasteful because he was distracted. So maybe it would have been doable. Ultimately, I think it just takes too long to pay off. If there was actual fish in that water, then you at least have that while you wait for the fish traps, and that would help you a bit more. Maybe make the strategy too feasible. Kingston went for feudal control. He went for monks to convert the elephants. How many elephants did he actually convert this game? He converted 11 elephants, which at least at the time he did was really important because those elephants were everything that Jordan had, and it kept Jordan from expanding easily throughout the map. But yeah, an interesting game. Certainly one that I've never really seen before. Malay on Kilimanjaro, a map where there's 4 total fish. There's 2 on each side. And he went for fishing traps. The question is, guys, where are the fish coming from? How does this work? How is this realistic? How did Jordan not ruin the fish population in his pond? I don't know. I'll have to ask the devs.